Yeah, we were battling Nuru. Meet me on YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here on YouTube right now. If you're tuning in, we just finished up on TikTok. Now, I wanted to change positions completely and be sitting in my sitting. Uh-oh. Okay, we good. To be sitting in my on my couch and really relaxing, having this conversation with you guys. But unfortunately, let's get some music. I wonder, can I do that? Um, oh, you know what? I can if I take out the vocals. If I take out the vocals, we should be good. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, ease on into your night. This is Hump Night. Make sure you speak when you join the live so I know who's here with me. There we go. I see y'all popping in. There we go. Yeah. Let me pull up the comment section. Is that show interview? Nope, zoom. Comments. There we go. I see Nuru. I see Vicky. Hey, nah, you not late. You right on time. We there's nothing wrong with TikTok. I just don't want to have the conversation on TikTok. I actually wanted to change the environment. As you guys can see, now you get a full scope of the room. I'm excited about it. You see, I got my mom right here. Somebody, I can't remember who got me the pillow with my mom on it. I want to say it was TQ. I got my crown right here underneath Spider-Man, my belly poster. We got Spider-Man. We got my Mario Brothers stuff. We got the Dope Vibes Only board. We got my Halo. Like the energy in this space right now is everything. You know what I mean? And you all are invited here. Dusty, what's up, baby? BA, I see you. Tatana, I see you, yeah. And no matter where you're at, it's going to allow you to communicate. Yeah, I can see you, Demetrius. Of course I can see you. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other reason. Nuru just stated, and Nuru, guess what I can do? Look at that, Nuru. Nuru said yes, and lots of changes on TikTok. That is primarily another reason for kind of changing directions to some degree. And not a complete, no TikTok and whatnot, but I do believe all roads lead here. And for what I want to do conversationally, I think this is going to be an amazing space and place for us. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, is creating an environment where we can communicate, kick it, and feel, you know what I mean? Also for me, environment mattered. Like, it really means a lot to me that you guys can see the space that I'm creating in and catch a vibe for the warmth I want to present. What up, Holly? You know what I mean? What I may do, and I think this is what I'm gonna do, I think this might be a cool thing to do. Let me go back to TikTok real quick, and I'm going to turn the camera around. I should have made a banner that said live on youtube.com. I can do that while we talk, matter of fact. And I'm just gonna green screen it. They won't be able to see anything or whatnot unless they come over here to YouTube, So I'll use TikTok now as a banner, so to speak, for people to find us. Traditionally, today is Hump Day. I think we got an early start on that yesterday. What up, Tasha? Miss Jeter, I see you. We got a quick start on it yesterday via via a lot of the excitement that was going on. It was a lot of excitement last night. There's not a way I can loop that, is it? No, there isn't. I just got to start it over. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. I can't loop it. I can loop this. Let me start this here. Boom. Let me do this. There we go. I'm making the banner right now, y'all. Boom, 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 boom. TQ making it do what it do. Yeah. I'm just gonna put live on. There we go. Live. Let me do a YouTube banner. Thank you for your patience. Have y'all downloaded this song yet? This song is such a vibe, yo. Oh, I'm gonna have to make a what's name anyway. Boom, boom. All right, I think we're good. That's cool. That'll work. There we go. Almost ready. Think I got it the way it needs to be. Animaniac. I think we're ready. I think we're ready, baby. So I'm not live on TikTok, y'all. I want you to understand that. Can I get rid of that? There we go. Let me go to effects, green screen, this right here. Boom. And then I'm gonna turn it around so that it's not showing me. Flip the camera. Ah, there we go. There we go. Go live. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's what's up, Naughty Nat. Naughty Nat got a super chat. Let's So yeah, the gifting on here is a little differently. You guys can see it over on the side. Normally it's through super chats and stuff like that. Until I get this schedule up and going, I won't do memberships and none of that stuff until we get a solid schedule going. But we're live right now on YouTube. For those of you who want to see me and join me, it's youtube.com/ICGreen1. This is where we're at. Last night we got into a lot of stuff. We got into a lot of conversations, especially about intimacy and whatnot. But before we get to the intimacy, we were talking about effing, we were talking about sex, and we talking about making love and the difference between all those three things. And we, I expounded on a couple stories, a couple adventures that had happened in the past or whatnot. But here's one of the things. Also, if you're in the live right now, make sure you guys, we got 13 people in the live. Everybody in the live should hit the thumbs up right now. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, everybody hit the thumbs up right now. What up, Burrito Grande? I'm live right now. Yep, Lethal Weapon, we're live on youtube.com. Join us now. But I thought about something, right? And not so much, if we're talking about relationships, then we got to talk about relating, right? And I used to say this in conversation to people, that needed advice, but also in relationships. I'd be like, you got to know, one of the most important things in a relationship is knowing when you're winning. And what I mean by that is just knowing when you're ahead. What up, Tanya? Like knowing when you're in good shape. Do y'all remember that video I posted where the guy was in the car with the girl and the girl was asking him, what'd she say? How do you know you love me? Or something like that, right? Let me see. I might be able to pull that video up. Let me see. And here are some of the cool features about using this platform for this conversation. It can be, there's several ways that, you guys can be entertained or whatnot. But let me find, that's my actual desktop right there, what that looks like. This is if I was gonna have, okay, so let me see if I can locate file. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, I don't have that drive plugged up, do I? I don't. I don't have the drive plugged up that I need. There's a drive that I have that has the everybody hit the like me button. We got 17 people, only 5 likes, so make sure y'all go back and hit that. There's a video. Let me go back to the main channel. I'll go to this for a second. There is a video that I posted. I don't know if y'all remember this. Remember, it was black and white, and the girl looks over at him in the car and she says, how do you know you love me? And then he says, you don't want to know. You don't want me to answer that. And she's like, no, I do. I want to know, how do you know you love me? And I'm gonna keep reminding y'all till I see that. There we go. There go another one. Can somebody tell? So whoever's hit the like button, can you guys text in the chat where you found it at so that they will know where to get it at? Go outside the chat and hit the thumbs up. Okay, there you go. Let me see. Boom. Taushi, we're live on YouTube right now for a conversation. You want to join us? Come on, baby. We're having our conversations. Our conversations are going to happen on YouTube. You know what I mean? Until TikTok cleans its act up or figure out what it wants to do. Yeah, that's cool, right, Naughty Nat? Where I can just, if whatever you say, I can kind of just post it for everybody to see. But she kept egging him on. She kept asking him, how do you know you love me? How do you know you love me? And he was like, you really want to know? And she's like, yeah. And so he says to her, because I'm still with you and the pussy is trash. Do y'all remember that? Did y'all see that video? I should have, you know what? Can I do that? Let me see. Do I need to create another scene? Let me see. Oh, but I don't have it. I don't have it available anyway. That's the only other part is I don't have that available. Demetrius, welcome to live. So yeah, he says cause the poo nanny was trash, and all I could think of is she should have not asked that question. She shouldn't have asked, and he kind of forewarned her like, yo, like, you don't really want to know. So at that point, to me, once he first said, hey, what up, Lynn? When he first said, you don't want to know, that was her opportunity to say, okay, maybe I don't. I'm one of the first people to really listen to somebody say, you don't want to hear this, or something when they say you don't want to know and all that, I'd be like, okay, cool. I don't want to know. What you don't realize is that you are actually ahead at that point. Naivety has a place. Some things I don't want to know. That's when you know you're winning. When you're comfortable with saying, I'm okay with not knowing. I'm okay with that. I don't care to know. I don't care, especially if I like you. I don't care about your body count. I know people make a big deal about that. Is body count important to y'all? Is body I don't even know how to direct you to it either, Dusty. I'm so sorry. Can anybody else give better directions? I know Naughty Nat gave good directions on where to find the heart me, but how do you get to it from the screen that you guys are on watching me right now? Where would it be at? That's a real question, y'all. That's a real question about body count. Did y'all already answer that? Does it matter? Does it matter? Is body count important to y'all? BA said yes and no. Demetrius says yes, body count is important. So we got two yeses. Tanya said yes. Is body count that important? You know what I mean? And here's the other part. Do you think people are honest about their body count? Do you think people are honest about their body count? Miss Hart, Too Hard to Handle. We're live on YouTube right now. Come join us. Like, do y'all think people are? JMG says, nope, body count doesn't matter. Okay, it said click the C and it'll take you to the home screen. Golden Touch, we're live on YouTube right now. Come join us. TQ said maybe, somewhat. Think about this. Who should body count matter to more? A guy or a girl? That's a better question. Like, who should it matter to? Because from a guy's perspective, I think that if you really like the girl, you don't really give a shit. Demetrius, there you go. Demetrius said she only had 2 in her life. That's what's up. That's what's up. But that could be interpreted. Mike Jones, what's happening? Here's the thing. There's a lot of ways to look at that body count thing. You know, there's a lot of ways to look at that. What up, Tawanda? Naughty Nat says, nope, it don't matter. I don't think it does as much as people like to make it out to be. Now, if you're with, I mean, yeah, it matters. I think, wait, okay, so when you say it matters to women, are you saying that it matters what a woman's, it's right there, Miss Too Hard to Handle, see right there, .com IC Green 1. That's it right there. I put the address right up there. Are you saying that it matters how many women a man has been with, or opposite? Spirits are carried with the people you lay with, in my honest opinion. Well, you know, BA, it ain't cheating if you wear a condom, right? Oh, no, I'm gonna get in trouble again. I said that yesterday. I said it ain't cheating if if a man wears a condom, it's not cheating. Because his skin never touches her skin. He never breaks the plane. Erica, what's up, baby? We're live on YouTube right now. Come on. YouTube.com/IC Green 1. Does it though? I am honest with body count, but no one ever believes me. All right, Dusty. I'm gonna have to ask you. All right, we know that. Who's that who said you have to, okay, let me see. Demetra said she done had 2. It's a very low body count. That's a very low body count. Cashland, we over on YouTube right now. Dusty, where you at with it? If it's too personal, you can say, you know what, it's none of my business. You know. Charlene, we're live on YouTube. Come over, babe. Don't ask, don't tell. And that's the thing. Like, really, and honestly, I don't know anybody who really wants to know. There she go. I see you, Jay. And do you take in consideration? I mean, Roger, what's up? I don't know, man. I don't think I dig too far into a woman's past like that. As far as who else she's been with. At the point of me being with her, I feel like it erases her past. You know what I mean? Like the fact that we together now, why am I thinking about how many, whoever else you slept with? I'm gonna tell you right now. You got to remember, I've been in the music business since I was 17, and prior to being 17, I learned a lot. So, I can't even, you know what I mean? If I thought about it, it has to be her past, BA. You know what I mean? Welcome back, Nuru. It has to be her past. Like her body count, you saying her recent past. So 12 to me 12 is not a bad number. You know what I mean? If you're over 30, 12 is not a bad number at all. If you're 17 or 18 and you're talking 12, well, then that's something else. You know what I mean? 25, 12 can be considered interesting. But who's telling and asking at that point? You know what I mean? I think one in today's world is different than a mug. You know what I mean? To have one person on your list is different. To have two is different. You know what? To have two lovers, then to have experienced two people is different than experiencing one. Experiencing one would denote that you probably tried it and didn't like it, and that's a red flag. Two means you were interested and then needed to figure something else out on the second go round and was like, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Unless it was many times with the first one and many times with the second one. Now that's something totally different. You know what I'm saying? In essence, that's totally different. The exchange of different ones just means you were single. You know, I'm kicking it, having a great time. You know what I mean? I think that Sarah, if body count was a real thing, man, I'd be in trouble. I'm just saying. Me and a few of the homies I know, we'd all be in trouble. You know what I mean? I've had a lot of access. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I've and the reason why I can communicate about what we communicate about so well, it's the experience. I've experienced a lot. Tamisha, what's up, baby? We on YouTube right now. And so that kind of changes it. Okay, that's what I'm saying, Dusty. So yeah. So Dusty, when Dusty says I was married for 20 years with one man, so that makes me think of an incident where we were on the tour bus, and I think I might have talked about this before. We were in Miami with Usher and Miguel and a bunch of other people, Rick Ross, Drake, Jeezy, T-Pain, and yeah. I mean, I know that they do Nuru. I can tell you that my heart was in the right place every time. You know what I mean? Like, I literally left it where it was at. You know what I'm saying? Trey Beats, I see you. But there was an incident. We were in Miami, and Usher was going through a divorce, and he was about to release a song, and me and Keith the Beef were on in the RV outside of the video shoot, arguing with the A&Rs about what single should be the next one. That's beautiful, Demetrius. That's what's up. Damn. You had quadruples? Congratulations. That's what's up. Did you use IVF or whatnot? But we were having a conversation about why he should release Little Freak off of his album versus any other one. And this goes to that's what's up. Oh, that's what's up, Shatovi. This goes to Dusty's point of being in a relationship for so long, and then when you get out of it, you want to be a little active. Like we argued, man, we was at the top of our lungs arguing, saying that if Usher was ever going to be a little freak, this would be the time that he'd be a little freak after leaving a marriage. You know what I'm saying? And luckily they agreed with us, and they put out Little Freak featuring Nicki Minaj, and he had a lot of success with it. And that was, you know, that's where I get that. You know what I'm saying? I think that when you come out of a situation that you've been either faithful to or locked down to, that you're gonna get out there. You're either gonna be depressed as fuck and be on an island, or you're gonna get out and be like, you know what? You know what I mean? Okay. No, that's not. Listen, Demetrius, my mom was a single mom. You know what I'm saying? My mom was a single mom. You got this. You're gonna be one of the best and greatest mommies to those quadruplets that they've ever known. You got this. In the intern of it, you know what I'm saying? You build your community, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Build your village. But you got this. You wouldn't have been blessed with beautiful quadruplets if God thought you couldn't handle it. You got this. I'm excited for you. That's amazing. And you know, as you grow and groom them, you know what I mean? In my mind, all I can think about is, you know, how they're gonna grow up and they're gonna take care of their mommy. You know what I mean? That was always my thing. It's like, when I get older, I'm gonna look out for you, mommy. You know what I mean? My brothers filled the void. My mother never remarried when she got divorced. She never remarried. And I only remember maybe 3 different men ever coming through and not staying. None of them ever stayed the night at my mom never there was never a man that stayed the night at our house. One was from Ghana, West Africa. Another was the coach of the Harlem Globetrotters. And I very vaguely remember the other dudes, like some light-skinned dude with an afro, but that's all I can remember. You know, the entirely of me growing up. And I don't ever remember her really entertaining a dude. You know what I'm saying? There was nobody who was super consistent like that. The guy from Africa was traveling. The Harlem Globetrotters guy was traveling. You know what I mean? So there was not a lot of imprints of that. Plus, I had older brothers, so you wasn't just gonna be, you know what I mean? Yeah, you wasn't just gonna be stepping up in there. My older brothers were big. You know, like my oldest brother Greg was not one to play with. He was the first one I ever saw stand up to my dad. Like, he was the one who was like, there's a story when I was little, I might have been in the third grade, and we did the, go stay with your dad for the summer thing. Anybody who's ever had divorced parents knows that, one of the parents gets, the summers and all that kind of stuff. And so that's what happened. We went to go stay with my dad and our stepmom. Make sure you guys hit the like me, y'all. Everybody hit the like me on YouTube, please. Thanks. We went to go stay with my dad and his wife. Her name was Goldie. Now, we didn't like Goldie, and Goldie had kids of her own. She had a son named Jeffrey Boynton and a daughter named Bonita. And we just didn't like them. They was like, they was from the country. They acted country and ghetto and shit. And and we didn't like them. So one day my mom sent something to our house, to my dad for us. And I think Goldie opened it. I think that's what the big deal was. And my oldest brother was like, yo, don't ever touch our shit from our mom. Now at this time, my brother might've been 15 or 16, something like that. And he was the same height as my dad. Like he was like my three older brothers all grew taller than my dad. You know what I'm saying? And Greg was just like big and stocky, and he was used to knocking people out. So the first time I ever saw, how I saw him move was when this incident happened. My brother screamed at Goldie or whatever, and then my dad came home all mad and shit, and he decided he was gonna whoop everybody. Well, the first person he had to get through to whoop was my brother Greg, and my brother Greg was ironing at the time. And I'm the youngest, so I see him go in, charge after my brother, and I'm going to look and see if my brother finna get a whooping. And my dad, sure enough, takes his belt out, starts whooping my brother while he's ironing, and my brother never stopped ironing. He never stopped ironing. And I was like, what kind of superhero shit is this? What am I witnessing right now? You know what I mean? I had never seen nothing like that in my life. He just kept on ironing. And I think, and I guess he was getting madder as my dad kept whooping him. And I know my dad was getting madder because he was getting no reaction. Parents whoop you because they want to see you, twitch or do something or whatever. But that wasn't what happened. So my brother puts the iron down and looks at my dad and says, this is the last time you ever gonna whoop me. And my dad, I think he went for either his gun or his knife. What up, Lynn? Flinttown Lynn. He went for his gun or his knife. He went for something. And he called my mom, was like, they got to get out of here. They got to go. You know what I mean? I got to send them back up there to you because they don't respect me no more. Nah, it was a moment, Nuru. I tried that shit when I got home. I tried that with my mama. Now my mama's a total different beast. Listen, my mom, I always tell people my mom was like Zorro with a switch. I promise you. My mom they both from the small city of Altheimer in Arkansas. It's near Wabasika and close to Pine Bluff. It's south of Pine Bluff. They both are from the country. My dad and my mom were both seriously country people. Like literally you got whooped with switches. And when my dad went to the military, he started, I guess that's when he decided to start whooping us with belts or whatever. But when I got home, right, I didn't try it right away. I wasn't a third grader trying to dodge a whooping. It took me till I was like 16 or 17 to try that shit my brother did. And I remember that like it was yesterday too. I can't remember what I did. I know I screwed up at school. And what used to be more painful was the threat of I'm gonna tear your ass up when she didn't say these words, but you knew I'm gonna tear you up when you get home. And I was like, I put on extra clothes. I had on 2-3 pair of pants with 3 shirts, long sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know if y'all ever got whooped with a switch, but they left wet marks. Like you got, you know what I mean? It was borderline Kunta Kinte. It was almost Roots. You know what I mean? Yeah, extension cords, all that left whelps. And there was no, you didn't have an advocate in the government for yourself. There was no advocate that was gonna come in and save the day and stop the whooping. You just had to grow up and be able to take it and be like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like no more whoopings for me. And I tried it. And it felt like my mother had an aim where she could hit the same spot twice. That is absolutely what's missing right now, yo. That is absolutely what's missing, is that kids aren't disciplined anymore right now. I stood there for a good, I want to say it felt like I had an infinity stone, but I'm sure I didn't stand there as long as I have it in my head. In my head, I recorded that I stayed there for at least 2 minutes, but I think it might have been like 30 seconds before I started dancing. Cause my mother had this thing she do. She grab you, she pull you, and wow. It was like a little combo move. You know what I mean? It was like a double thing that she was doing. That was, you know what I'm saying? That's why true story. That's right. That's why we are who we are today. They didn't spoil us. Oh man, the belt at home and the paddle at school. My principal, I got a paddle at school. What up, Renee? We're on YouTube right now, Renee. Come join us. I got paddled at school a couple times. They made you grab the chair. Yeah, it's not always about that. They made you grab the chair and you caught the beat down. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get paddled a lot though. I was more of a honor student and, you know, creative at school. I played Dr. Martin Luther King in plays. I had some of the longer parts in plays and all that kind of stuff. And I always like to show off a little bit. And I was also in the band. What's up, Tracy? We're on YouTube right now, Tracy. Come join us. .com ICGreen1. Make sure you guys, when you join, you hit the like me. It's the thumbs up that's on the front page before you join the chat. Yeah, the Switch is naughty. Listen, the Switch is wasn't nothing to play with. Handbag is funny. Well, at least it isn't all about sex for him. It is and it isn't. But I do believe that you have to, if you spare the rod, you'll spoil the child. I don't think it's something that has to be done as much nowadays, but it is a corrective tool that needs to be used. What up, Delicious? Like if you're not managing that, then the world will discipline your kid. That's where my head is at. If you don't manage your kids, then you leave the world to manage your kids, and they don't have the kind of grace that you might have. You know what I mean? There is no heart me Nurus, just likes. That's it. So I think that both of them helped me. I got spanked and you know, I got whoopings with that. And it helped mediate some of the other situations that could have happened. I could have been in a lot of trouble. Nika, what's up, baby? We're live on TikTok right now. I mean, on YouTube. Come join me. I mean, that is exactly so. So there are a couple things that are wrong right now. A, kids don't get spankings. B, they took prayer out of the schools. We know those are two of the biggest concerns. Two of the things that are plaguing us right now is that they took those things out of the school, and that's where kids got a lot of it from. You know what I'm saying? So we still have to do it. What I really want to say is they managed to say parents need to parent more. We had really good teachers growing up. We had people who were invested in us, not only just at school, but in our communities. Parents used to visit the homes, you know what I'm saying, just to see what was going on and make sure everybody was cool, not for any other reason than that. You know what I'm saying? Seventh Wonder, what's up? We're live on YouTube right now. That was the thing. You know what I mean? It really was a village that was raising a family. Letha, we're live on YouTube right now. Yep, Charlene, right there. See the address, .com, ICGreen1. And we're just holding a general conversation at the moment. Should I tell you the paddle once? Not the ruler, but I think, yeah. A lot of Catholic kids got the ruler and stuff. But that's what I see. My daughters got spankings, you know what I'm saying? And I think that they got to a point where they understood what it meant and what qualified was spank worthy, and they've managed. Like I have some very thoughtful daughters, very present and very understanding of what to do and what not to do and what they can get away with. Dream, we're live right now on YouTube. You can join us over there. The address is in the right there, .com/ICGreen1. You know, so at some point you got to do it. I know it, you know what I'm saying? And then at some point they get it. And especially girls. I think boys are definitely more hard-headed than girls. So, you're gonna end up, manage them a lot longer. This part right here, I think you got to remember that the goal was to undermine and break the family up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So how do you do that? You take control from the parents. And so this goes along with the schooling. This goes along with adding these different things. Like, if y'all don't see that the school and the government is using schools as a tool to inundate some of these different thoughts and processes, allowing certain books to be read, allowing other books not to be read, looking to get history removed from schools, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, Shy, tell me, like, too many parents trying to be cool without ever. So here's the thing. Without ever establishing boundaries, you can't be cool with your kids. Meaning your kids got to see the difference in you being a parent and what that means to their life and how much they can move around with you. And then for you to be understanding and be a person that they can, can communicate with on that level. My girls absolutely know, listen, don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm your dad, first and foremost. After that, I'm still your dad. I'm just more concerned in your social behavior and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always your dad. We friends, but I'm your dad friend. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. We're not playing no games, and and I'm gonna make sure that I do my part to help groom your personality, your character, and your mindset. For me, for my girls, that's the biggest part, is mindset. I want to make sure that they, if they run into a me, they know how to manage. You know what I'm saying? And that they're not afraid to communicate with me about it. Should that happen? You know what I'm saying? When they enter into conversations with, the opposite sex, just how to manage themselves without losing themselves and getting themselves into an emotional bind. It's one thing to be able to communicate that, and it's the other challenge is just watching your girls. You know what I'm saying? There was a quote that was said that if I had boys, I only have to worry about one penis or whatever. But I got girls, so I got to worry about all the penises. You know what I'm saying? I got to get them prepared and ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Charlena, did y'all make it over? Letha, did y'all? I didn't see y'all come over. It's youtube.com/ICGreen1. We're live right now. I'm confused because I'm answering your question. I don't see the comments you're reading. I didn't see it. Some comments, they will filter some of the comments, but this is the only comment I just seen from you, designer. Yep. If somebody else saw the comments, let me know, but I didn't see it. So they may, I know YouTube, just like TikTok, has its own filtering process that we're not in control of. Yeah. Looks and tone of voice. Yep. Demetrius got all boys. That's what's up. I'm excited for you, Demetrius, because once you find out what they're interested in and you're able to nurture that, whether it's something creative or something athletic or something educational, they're going to ping pong off of one another and make each other greater. 5 girls and they know not to play with me. That's what's up, Shatovia. No, you're a strong you're a strong woman. You can hear it. You know what I mean? I see it in you and I can hear it in you. So they're in good hands. What up, Alicia? We're live on YouTube right now. Come and join us. Thank you. When you join the live, make sure you hit the thumbs up, the like button, and come in the room talking, man. Let me know you're here. We got the sounds of my girl India Shawn playing in the background. But now's the time. AR, I see you. We're on YouTube right now. AR, come join us. Now's the time, you know what I'm saying, for us to recognize. I understand a lot of this different stuff that's going on in the world right now, but for me, it's a thing to draw families closer. I see that one right there. I didn't see your comment. You didn't comment on TikTok? Yeah, ain't no comments on TikTok, designer. Yeah, designer. I see this comment. I didn't see the other ones. Weekends with Mim. I see you. There you go, Miss Too Hard to Handle. You done made it in here. I see you. What's up, baby? Yeah. Tiffany, we're live right now. AR, what's up, baby? We're live, Robin, over on YouTube. You can join us right now. We just talking, man. This is the first night that we got back to our conversations on YouTube. Weekends with Mimi. That's what's up. What did I say? Mims? My bad. We will be doing The Look over here, which is where I'll present a video of some things that I've seen that caught my attention, that came across my timeline, either on Instagram or mainly on Instagram. That'll be the source for the content, and then I'll bring it here and we'll make it do what it do, baby. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, though, I just wanted to reintroduce us going live here and making sure everybody here is following this account and logged onto it, because I will get on here a bit more often, even on the creating of content, especially with the changing, what's being changed on TikTok does not support the content creator in terms of what you post. What up, Tabitha? I don't know if anybody else sat through and watched the rules and the changes that they've made, but it's almost like highway robbery when it comes to your content on TikTok. And what I mean by that is this. They have indemnified themselves from taking your content and doing what they want to do with it. She said, I'm over 50, so slow down. Girl, we ain't slowing down, and 50 ain't old. Girl, you better stop telling yourself that. So listen, so they've changed the, so here's the red flags for me, just a couple of them really quickly. On TikTok, say for instance, you have a video that goes 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, right? Well, they've reserved the right to not have to pay you if they don't want to. You know what I mean? They don't have to compensate you for it, and they can take it. They can take your content, they can remix it, they can make a commercial out of it, they can do whatever they want to it, and you won't receive any residuals from it. Now, you guys just heard of the young lady who just got $2 million for singing a Dr. Pepper commercial on her live. Dr. Pepper wrote the girl a $2 million check for singing Dr. Pepper or something. I forget how she sang it or what she said, but she sang all of 7 seconds, y'all. And they was like, you know, yeah, Mimi. Now in the future, guess what happens? And they just implemented that right after she did that. So do you know what that makes me think? That makes me think that they saw that as a vehicle and a way to say, next time we control the content. So what she posted, they could then go out and barter the deal and give her pennies on the dollar. Her video went viral, and then she got the Dr. Pepper commercial for $2 million. And it's a good thing it happened right before this they revamped the policy right after that, yo. So do you know that means that they want control of your success? And if you're not a part of the creator program, the TikTok Shop program, and a couple other programs they got going on, that's what I'm telling you, Mimi. You don't own the publishing on your own content. Now, that used to be the strength of what you would, when it was your intellectual property when you uploaded. Of course, they had some control over it or whatever, but the fact now that they want to control whether they do or do not pay you for it is one thing. And the fact that they can take it and do all these other shit. I don't know if it's luck, Nuru. I think that, it's amazing timing meets opportunity, because what it was, Nuru, was when she did the video, she had no idea that Dr. Pepper was trying to put together a plan to use they needed a slogan or needed something for the upcoming Rose Bowl. So they moved so quick on securing her content that, what up, Queen Sakari, that they used it for the Rose Bowl. And that was why they paid her so much, because they made commercials for the Rose Bowl. It was perfect timing. You know what I mean? And now she's doing other videos for them, and I'm not sure if it's through TikTok or not, and only time will tell, because I can guarantee you if she has other opportunities and they go through TikTok and they're trying to get a cut of what she's earned, it's gonna be a lot of noise being made, and then you guys will understand why I'm not excited about content on TikTok. You know what I mean? Yep. That's why they're finding other apps to go to. Exactly, Renee. And it's from what I understand, these changes are only changes for the US market. It's not changes for anywhere else. And it's one of those things you say, we got it so good that they treat us bad. You know, I tell you, TikTok is an awesome place to be discovered in one shape or form. Like TikTok is an amazing place. And I'll tell you why. TikTok has and they know it, TikTok has the best algorithm out of every platform that's out there. TikTok has the best algorithm before, yeah, absolutely, Nuru. TikTok has the best algorithm for discovery. YouTube has a horrible track record with discovery. With YouTube, you have to consistently develop a formula for something that works and just work the formula over and over and over and over with no real sign. Like I can tell you, there is some growth associated with it, but it takes consistency. All apps take consistency, but man, YouTube is just it's a very high hill to climb. Now, what I will say, once you climb on YouTube, maybe 50, 60,000 subscribers, you're in good hands. From there, you jet rocket. If you stay consistent, you jet rocket to 100,000. You get your so one of the goals I want to complete this year, if possible, is to get the 100,000 silver YouTube award. You know, and so I'm actively going to start creating content that I'll post on YouTube, whether it's DJ content, whether it's music production content, because you know a lot of people. So on this platform, on YouTube, there are three things that most people know me for. One is the look. There you go, Angela. Is they know me for the look. Yeah, you're on Twitch. I see it. So they know me for the look. They know me for music content and that's primarily it. And it used to be for the relationship expert show, like conversations like these. I would bring up guests and we would talk and communicate about relationships and different things, because everything we do in life is about relationships. The relationships we have with ourselves, the relationship we have with others. Those things are paramount for us to have conversations so we can understand each other better. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be posting more content conversationally that way. But then I also have decided that a visual podcast would be cool and interesting to do too. And of course, we've all talked about the podcast. So I feel like TikTok would be a better vehicle for me to do that and share some information and conversation in that way. What up, Ray Ray? We live on YouTube right now. Come and join us, homie. If you haven't hit your heart me on YouTube, go right ahead. I see the numbers going up, so most of you have found it. I appreciate that. But this will be the destination for content. And again, the main reason this has to be that place is because other platforms, I had a video go 1.8 million on Instagram in about 8 hours. The reason why I didn't do more than 1.8 is because they took it down after it started going crazy. I was so discouraged by that. What up, Charlena? I was so discouraged by that because it felt like they weren't playing fair. You know what I mean? And the platform that I've gotten the fairest response from has been YouTube. Yet, like I said, it's a very high hill to climb. You know, the engagement is really different. And but once you got it, I think you got it. It gives you an opportunity to build your engagement from a conversation that can be recorded and doesn't have to be live. Now, what I will say is one of the places I believe I excel at is in this live interaction that we're having right now, this engagement where we can communicate back and forth and have a real conversation that's continuously leading to even more insightful conversation. This will be an interesting journey into communicating about some of those things that I just got through mentioning in a podcast form. You know, I have a lot of content, as I always, like when I'm jogging or running or in my own head, a lot of conversations happen that I'd be like, man, this would be great to talk about. I wonder what people think about this. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I may do differently is start sourcing the content, meaning, bringing some statistics to the table, and and looking for and listening for shared experiences to expound on, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I know that this thing that we call life, none of us are going through it by ourselves. And we're not going through it so different from one another. And I think that's something that we fail to really look at. Like, the reason why we engage with certain posts when we see them is because sounds like something we would have went through, or it's interesting enough to look at it and say, to have an opinion about it. It's not far-fetched. It's not way off. You know what I'm saying? So at least when I'm scrolling, I look at, certain things that attract me, and I'd be like, oh, okay, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? And I and there are times where I want to leave I promise y'all, man, I've deleted so many comments. I will type a whole paragraph of what I want to say and then be like, nah, I ain't finna say that. Because, it's not the time. It doesn't seem like, I feel like nobody will get it. Now, in a podcast, I think that there's a lot of value in just saying what you think and feel, and then, let the chips fall where they may. That's what's up, Nuru. I appreciate that. And I'm grateful for you all being here, because none of this happens without you spending your greatest commodity that you ever have, which is your time. I am very respectful of your time. I hope y'all can see that, because that's probably one of the biggest things that I think about is, if you got to be somewhere, which you could be anywhere on the internet right now, you could be scrolling on Instagram or anywhere, but the fact that you've chose to spend your time with me, I want to make sure that you leave me better than you came, whether it's in spirit, whether it's in motivation and inspired, whatever, whether it's in education, whether it's in entertainment or something, or a good piece of a story you've never heard before or something like that. I just want you to leave and get off your live tonight and be like, that was time well spent. You know what I mean? Like, that was worth it. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if y'all don't just every so often go and visit that laughing post, you're doing yourself a disservice. One of the most healing posts I've ever posted was the night that I was cracking up laughing for 17 minutes. You have to go back and revisit that just so you can spill some on you. In your highest moments, it's gonna take you higher, and in your lowest moments, it's gonna pick you up. You got to know when you got sources for things like that. You know what I'm saying? And I could never have planned that moment, and that's what's so dope about it is it's just a very genuine moment. Yeah, last night, of course, Demetrius, I'm sure it was. I was like, is Demetrius drinking? Anyway. But those moments, I think we've created some really cool moments. And they're like photographs, you know what I mean? When you see a certain photograph of your past or something that you were a part of, or, you know what I mean? It's fulfilling, And for me, that's one of those moments, because it was real laughter to the point where I was about to pass out. Do y'all know I have not worn that jacket or that shirt since that night. I had just gotten it. They had just sent me that the F1 racing jacket and shirt and hat, and that was the only time I ever wore it. Like, it's brand new sitting in my closet. I have yet to wear it again. I don't know why. I don't think it's like, oh, if I put it on, I'll be cracking up again. Load up, Laura. I don't think that's it, but I just haven't worn it since. And I think it's because there's such a ginormous moment associated with it. So I just haven't revisited wearing it. That's all. Yeah, you remember? I don't know if you were there, BA. There's a video that I have posted here on YouTube, and I have it also posted on our TikTok channel where, I just couldn't stop laughing, and it was a funny moment because every time I think about that song, I still think that moment. I still think about that. And everybody was like, "What is it? What is it?" I couldn't even get it out. But for a majority of that conversation, I could not get that out. I cannot see it. Handback. I don't know how to handback. I do have the TikTok screen open, handbag. If you want to come to TikTok and type it and see if it comes up, but I don't see it here. Cooter girl, what's up? I don't see it on YouTube at all, and I don't think anybody has seen it. Yeah, it was about Monica, BA. And the crazy part is because I know these people too, which makes it even funnier in hindsight. And anyway. It's just funny. Mike Cannon. Yeah. that was the fun. That was the biggest laugh I've had in quite some time, and I needed it. Y'all don't even understand. In my mind, I'm like, maybe that was like freedom. You know what I mean? I was being freed of something. I keep asking on TikTok. It's not even showing up on TikTok, Handbag. I'm looking at the people on TikTok that are coming and going in the live, and there hasn't been one post from you yet. You are on the Scrap at Gmail. You're on Dwight Scrap Reynolds on TikTok, right? It's on TikTok. You should see it says live on YouTube.com. IC Green 1. Join me now. That's the one I'm on right now. So the other thing this year is there's going to be a ton of music getting released very soon here. I'm excited to introduce, more so than that, it's the songs. I've got some amazing songs. I've been digging in the crates and revamping some of the music, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. Like literally, like I'm like, there's some game-changing moments that are happening musically, and that has really got me hyped. And so if I'm excited about it, what up, Latrice? I know it's going to do what it's supposed to do for the community, for everybody. This is going to be an amazing year, man. I've said it already, but as it continues, some highs and lows. Yeah, I do sing, Mimi. This is your first time here, huh? Mimi on TikTok says, wow, you are a jack of all trades. Do you sing? It's funny because I mentioned that last night about being a Renaissance man, about, you know, when I step in something that I like, I really learn a lot about it. And there's not many things that I've been able to do and learn that I haven't done to a semi-professional, if not a professional level. You know what I mean? That's what's up, Chatovia. Hey, man. You guys, so that's part of it as well, right? When you guys open up to me and talk to me and whatnot, I tend to dive in, you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to jump in and figure even more out, you know what I mean? Yeah, it will be Nuru. Okay, that's what's up, Weekend. For the most part, yeah, Nuru. That's what's up, Mimi. She said, I just left radio. I still host events and management. Let me tell you, Mimi, my team has been pushing for me to pursue a career on public radio, like go to V103 or somewhere like that. And I think that I would want to do a night show though. Like I want to do a 10 to 2. You know what I mean? I think that would be the best way to capitalize my personality and my voice is, you know, a nighttime show, talking people into the night. Maybe a 2 to 6, but mainly a 10 to 2. If I could do the 10 to 2 slot, I think I could shake things up, you know? Yeah, I don't know where to start at though. Yep, you did, Lady Angela, and I touch and agree on that all day. For real. She said, I told you last year great things are going to happen. I believe you. I touch and agree to that. So it's about Mimi, about putting a resume together that I felt confident about. And I don't know where to begin. And part of me is like, you know, in any real format or instance, you go to that, you know, radio station and say, hey, I think I'd be great at radio. I'd love an internship to learn some of the tools and the processes so that I could come here and work. You know what I mean? That's one of those things I would, how I would have to pursue it. And the crazy part, honestly, like as I'm talking to you, you know how you start when I'm gonna tell y'all this. One of the things that I learned as growing up with, especially with my second to the oldest brother, I learned this: if I speak it out loud, the processes start making sense in my head, and then I can figure it out. There's things I can figure out in my head. If you go to the stage to ask to volunteer to record commercials, yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, I know. So what Weekends with Mimi just said was get a resume, of course, and then go to a station and ask to volunteer to record commercials. Now I'm gonna say something to y'all that you would think would be like everybody would get it. Typically, what she says, how you get in the door, and this is how you get in the door anywhere, is you give before you ask. Hey, how can I help you guys? Is there a way that I can just record? I'll do commercials for you guys for free. I think I have a voice that might be able to sell some things. You know what I mean? I think I could contribute. I'm not asking for anything other than the experience of learning how to be an on-air personality, but I understand that I'll play the background until, you know, you guys see fit, you know, for me to be in the position to do a weekend or something like that when somebody wants time off or something like that. But until then, I'd love to do free commercials for you guys and then learn how to work the equipment to do on-air stuff. Now, I have experience with recording equipment from Pro Tools to Logic to you name it, any DAW. I know how to operate a digital audio workstation, as well as using DJ equipment to produce music and whatnot. So I'm versed in the mechanics and technology. I just haven't had the on-hands experience in this environment. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that would be it. That's what's up. That's what's up, Mimi. I'm inspired by that. Mimi said that's how I did. I've worked 2 stations. The first one is how I landed on my on-air spot. That's what's up. Charlene, why are you getting off? Did you get on? Charlene said, Scrap, I'm getting off. Girl, did you come over to YouTube? Charlene, hey, my mother would say, girl, come on over to the YouTube. my mother always made it some. You knew my mother was country because she'd always say stuff like that. But come on over to the YouTube. You ain't on the YouTube. Dwighty's over on the. My mother used to call me Dwighty. And no, you all, I will not respond to you all if you say it. Demetri said they are hiring here for radio personality. Check out Perry Broadcasting Station in Oklahoma. Girl, I ain't coming to Oklahoma. I didn't see you, Charlena. So some people's comments are getting muted because I haven't seen it. I don't know if anybody, Charlene, do you have a different name? Because I haven't seen your name over on YouTube at all. And I didn't see what was the young lady's name? Charlene, is your name I posted somebody who said they handbag designer. Charlene, is that you? Charlena, so it's not posting your comments over here. Like the times I got your comments, I actually put them on the screen. You so funny. You so funny. Girl, you know I won't ignore you. Stop playing, man. We gonna fight. I think you in Atlanta too, girl. We gonna schedule it. Girl, don't. Yeah, man. So that's my mom right there, y'all. For anybody who doesn't know, TQ, I believe, is the one who made me this pillow. I know, right? She got this pillow. She ordered it for me, and it says, I am always with you. I get emotional every time I look at that pillow, though. And I didn't, at one point I was like, it was hard to have it in here. You know what I mean? Oh, she said, no, you can broadcast from where you're at. Ricky Smiley worked for them. Okay, that's what's up. I might look into that. They give me a late night spot, you know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host of the Most Like Butter on Your Breakfast Toast. We're broadcasting live from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm your favorite green-eyed bandit, Dwight Scrap Reynolds. But you can call me Lil Scrap. That's funny. Show you right. Tonight I want to play you some songs that are going to inspire you. It's from the past and present and future of R&B. Was it? No, so no, that was Charlena, y'all. Charlena they wasn't posting Charlena's and somebody else's comments. And I don't know what y'all was saying. I don't know what you guys are saying, but yeah. That's what's up, Mimi. I appreciate that. From somebody working in radio. There you go. Okay, let's try this again. Scrap, can you see this comment? Yes, I can. Look at you, Charlena. I love your effort and not giving up. What up, S. Roberts? Yeah. Naomi, welcome to the live. Listen, if you're on my TikTok right now, that means you're not on my YouTube channel. You can see me and communicate with me on the YouTube channel as well, or my Twitch channel, which is I am IC Green, which is where we have a couple people that are live from there. I did not go live on Facebook. I know if I did, I'd have a lot of people. Mandy, what's up, babe? Mandy Bear. There she go. Man, where you been? You been gone so long, Mandy, your heart me is black. Make sure you re-up your heart me. That was what they called me when I started out. You know what I mean? They called me Lil Scrap. And then I became Big Scrap, and I was like, take that Lil Scrap off my name. Just call me Scrap. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Lil Scrappy here in Atlanta, we used to have we never had animosity toward each other, but we knew about each other because I was blowing up as a music producer here, and he was a talent, a rapper or whatnot. And everybody was like, you ain't Lil Scrap? I'll be like, man, we just, I'm from up north. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, I love that. So so the Spider-Man represents the web that's on my shoulder. Me and my brothers all have the Spider-Man tattoo, and we got them so we wouldn't get caught up. You know what I mean? That's what that symbolizes, not getting caught up. Yeah. So me and Kanye know each other from Usher's Confessions tour. When Usher did the Truth tour, Kanye was his opening act. That and he used to try to compete with me for girls. And I kept telling him, bro, you got this. You the celebrity. I can't, Yeah, Mandy. I'm like, yo, you got the you the celebrity, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, how I'm gonna compete with you? Although I did, but it was still one of those things, you know what I'm saying? I think that I've always led with my personality. Yeah. Yeah, Mimi, I'm searchable on any of the search engines if you type my full name in. I've been a busy guy. I kind of stepped back a little bit to be there for my daughters, you know what I'm saying? I just felt a huge responsibility to be very present for them in their early years of growing up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm the most influential person in their life. What do I look like still going to, these late night sessions in clubs and where they drinking and they smoking and I'm coming home all, unable to manage them properly. So I kind of took a back seat to my career to do it. I had some success in my career that allowed me to do that, So I figure it was all by design. So now, it's funny, lately people have been communicating about me in spaces and places I haven't been in a while in a positive way. Like my name is coming up. People are like, yo, man, such and such was talking about you, man. They was talking about how you was this and you did this. And, and I'm inspired by it. You know what I'm saying? So, out of all the other things that we talk about, I still, is the reason why I said a lot more new music is going to be released this year. What is Demetrius? Demetrius is saying something? I don't know how. I'm still learning, Demetrius. Been trying to ask Scrappy. So sorry. What is Demetrius on? What did she say? Nuru, how do I hit the like? Oh, I don't know how you hit the like button. I think it's when you first join my live that there's a thumbs up somewhere in the front page. Are you all following me on YouTube? Are you subscribed on YouTube or whatever it is that you do on YouTube? Subscribe, yeah. Have you guys subscribed to YouTube? It should be right next to the subscription button. Scrap, please help Demetrius how to hit the like button on this year. I don't know how. I can't tell you how to do it from where I'm at because I'm on a different screen. Let me see. So is it on the? Let me see if I can go to my phone. Right. I'm gonna see if it'll let me see it from a user's perspective without going on. Let me see. YouTube.com. I'm gonna try to do it without using the app. Okay, YouTube.com. Try searching to get started. Okay, at ICGREEN numeric 1 search. Okay, let me see. It shows me. Let me click on that name right there. It says I'm live. So if I hit the live button, okay. So look, when you hit the live button, you should be on this screen right here. You see the thumbs up right there? It says it has 15 likes. It has a thumbs down. It has a share. And it has a subscribe button. Everybody should have hit the subscribe button. I just went on the phone right now. So y'all see it? Subscribe, and it's funny because it's showing everything I'm doing right now. Masisha, what's up, baby? I'm live on YouTube right now. Everybody on TikTok, y'all see what I'm showing y'all? I'm on YouTube right now. Y'all can't see it on TikTok. I don't know why I just did that. But you see that thumbs up button right there? That has 15 thumbs, that's what we trying to hit, y'all. Every time we go live on YouTube, that's what we got to hit. That's what makes the difference on YouTube. You're already subscribed, but you see that's the button on the left. There you go. Somebody just did it. I saw somebody just hit it. There goes another person. Ooh, that's working. There you go. Girl, stop. Where you going, Charlena? Why you trying to leave me, Charlena? Every night I got to prove my love. There you go. Oh, there's a heart me too. That's dope. Oh, the heart me must be in the comment section. Oh, I was looking at something else. I didn't see whatever. What did you say, Charlena? Can you type it here? Whatever. It seems like I'm missing. Am I missing the same comment from you? Because whatever it is you trying to type me or text me, it is not doing it. What up, Bent? I see Bent Format just joined. Okay, from Twitch. Okay. Yeah, don't call me Little Scrap. I was thinking, come on home to me, Charlene. That's funny. Anthony Hamilton, yeah. Come home to me, Charlene. That's funny. So the reason why I have this track on repeat is because they will red flag you on YouTube for playing music by other creators, like by songs that are out. So the cool thing about having this DJ equipment is I can remove the vocals, which is the identifying factor for a lot of the music that's being played. So I can have some background music. There you go, AR. I see you. Yeah, I see you, AR. I've been in here for a minute. I don't have a thumbs up on my screen to give you. Did you see what I showed you, Dana, how to get to it? If you go to that main screen, I was thinking, come on. Darlene, so Dana, did you see it? Like when you go to that home screen I just showed you? So if you back out, right, and you go to this screen where it shows, where you type in my name in the search menu, this all I did. I typed my name in the search menu and this came up. I clicked on the live button, it showed I was live and it brought this up. Now, and I can watch it or listen to the live right now. That looks good though. Seeing it back on here, and you know, cause I don't really be knowing what this looks like, but the setup looks really nice on here. And the camera response, like this is why I wanted to do this. This is such a much more quality picture to me. I get to use my really good camera, and you saw how it focused on its own and went out of focus. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Yeah, somebody else just hired me. We're getting closer to meeting the number, y'all. The numbers are starting to match up. We got 18 likes, 23 people in here, which is cool. That number will grow the more we go live. You know what I'm saying? You know, right now we're YouTubing maybe once a week. It just depends. As far as content goes, you guys will get notified when I release new content that I'm posting here, which is, I think, another cool thing. So because of the way I wanted to present this, I actually wanted to be sitting back there on my couch and having this conversation from a different space, because I just felt like, I know for a fact lighting wise it's gonna be different because I have a full light right here that is better than this ring light that I'm using. It's more directional, it's got a soft lamp on it and the whole nine, but that requires me moving my computer and my Rodecaster Pro to that area back there. Now typically if I had people in Atlanta, what up Zayma, that I really trusted like that I thought were cool people or whatever, then I would have somebody else come over and they would work the Rodecaster for volume. What up, Yali? And then I would manage to do what I do best, which is communicate, you know what I'm saying, and engage. The only thing that's missing from that experience right now is not being able to read the comments. So that's what I'm doing now. When I'm looking over. What up, make shit happen? I see you. Yali, yeah. Listen, I'm live on YouTube right now, youtube.com/ICGREEN and the numeric 1 if you want to join us over there for the conversation where I'm talking, communicating, and posting comments. This is the first night that we've been back on here in quite a while. I've got a lot planned for it as, like I said, there's so much I can do. I can even, you know, I can switch cameras if I wanted to and give you guys a whole different viewpoint or whatnot. It's not as sexy as this one, and this is why I choose this one over it. That was the FaceTime camera, and I can hook up multiple cameras in order to give you guys a different viewpoint and perspective. Now, I also can give you, you know, cool things like this that I like that are aesthetically a different vibe. If you're watching my YouTube right now, you see me, I'm inside of a television. What up, ASL? What up, Miss Mika? We're live on YouTube right now. You can come over and join us. Make sure when you do, you hit the heart me and subscribe. This is where I'll be releasing new content. You know what I mean? So there are a couple things I can do with stuff like this. You know what I mean? I think that's cool. This was one of my favorites, was having the TV there. Now, in the future, when I have, I can actually pull up the TikTok on here using an app called Reflector, but I'm not going to do that right now. But if I wanted to bring somebody up, which in the future, I'm going to have some of y'all come up and kick it with me. This is what it'll look like. When I have two guests on the screen, it'll be those two bubbles right there. It'll be me in one bubble, which is, I'm going to show you that right now. It'll be me over here in this bubble and you in the other bubble to the right. Shandy, what's up? And then I can do that to up to 10 guests. So here's me plus 3 others, you know what I'm saying? With the street in the background, I think it's really cool. It gives me a talk show vibe that I like. You know what I'm saying? I really, really want to take it to that place where I can have guests in these bubbles, maybe from, different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? My guy Tehran is on right now, is on TikTok. Tehran won Songwriter of the Year like a year ago. The first major placement he ever had was with me, which was exciting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so proud of him. He knows that though. Matter of fact, I got to set up a conversation with him and my writer. So I'll be sure to make sure I communicate with him, because my writer wanted to meet him, and I think that's a big moment. You know what I mean? How was the volume for you guys? Am I echoing at all? Just for anybody, out of curiosity, because I see 2 levels going. I just want to make sure I'm not echoing. And what the vocal experience like. Oh, cool. I tilted my phone and got a closer picture. That's what's up. Yeah. Y'all know I like to, everything about what you guys and I experience is, I like that too, right? The background. I can change this one. Let me see. Okay, let me do it like this here. I'm finna show y'all. So I can change this to bokeh traffic. Then I can add a overlay of a camera overlay of my Camlink. And there we go. Like, that's what I like about this app too, is I can design different things. Clarissa the Missile, we're live on YouTube right now. If you want to join us, Miss D, that's where we at. We're on youtube.com/ICGreen1. Yeah. I like it a lot. I really like that I can manipulate the background. I can also, let me see. So we could do, you seen this one, the TV on the lawn. I have to actually place myself in there. Here's another one. We in the stars, baby. And I can resize myself in there. I like the bokeh one the best. I got to be honest. The bokeh in the background makes me feel like I'm on a talk show, like a real talk show. Let me go back to that. I like this one a lot right here. Bokeh traffic is what it's called. In order for me to really appreciate it though, I got to minimize this and give you something like, off to the side or something like that. I can change the shape of this. I'm just going through some of the things so y'all can see it. That's wide angle. I can go with classic. I can actually go, like, if I wanted to do horizontal for horizontal purposes, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? I could be off to the side. So it's a lot of things, a lot of tools to play with. Sir Lamar, what's up, family? I'm just on YouTube right now, man. You can join me if you want to. There we go. I just like the scenery of the cars moving in the background and whatnot. Sparkles, what's up, baby? I'm live on youtube.com right now, ICGreen1. You can see me and have the conversation that'll change your situation. We've been kicking it all night. I may just do this every night now that I think about it. Like, literally, I may get off of TikTok at midnight, go here at midnight, join here on midnight, and we get into some foolishness. What that might be or intel, I don't know. I just know I can't DJ on this platform. And this is the reason why, there she go. What up, Clarissa the Missile? I can't DJ on this platform without getting red flagged. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why YouTube isn't at the forefront of what we're doing. But it's a great place for us to have a conversation. It's a great place for us to really engage and communicate. Yeah. Yeah, I like it, right? I got other backgrounds, Renee. I got other backgrounds that can go back there. I just gotta dig into them and set them up. I can set them up in advance. What's gonna be really cool is when I have guests on here and they're able to communicate. I think the last thing we did on here was with Melvin Riley. And hopefully you guys saw his Cadillac, the Cadillac singing thing he did. I thought that was really cool. I know you saw it, Naughty Nat. Naughty Nat be on top of it. Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna always keep something vibing like this music in the background. I just think it's so necessary. For podcast sake, when I do it, there will be no music in the background on the podcast because it'll just be as a conversational tool. Now, if I can find a dope local co-host to go live with, I think the conversation is 30 to 40% better. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to communicate with you guys. That's what's up, AR. I appreciate that. Which I'm not abandoning any of them. I'm just including this one. And that was always the plan. The plan was to always include YouTube, as I believed all roads lead to YouTube. And I didn't have that foresight in the very beginning of joining TikTok, which in the beginning of joining TikTok, I should have also been instructing all of the people who were following me on TikTok to follow me on YouTube. And if I had done that at the time, we'd have our silver banner already. 120,000 followers on TikTok turning out to be 100,000 plus followers on YouTube it means a lot. You know what I'm saying? So now I will be instructing, I'm going to be posting more information about joining us on YouTube. But I know in order for that to make sense, the content has to be there. So I'm excited about creating things, maybe little stories, little mini movies, even the simplest thing. I just want to make it into like a moment. You know what I'm saying? So there's a part about it that's very exciting on the creative side for me. I like being creative, and I like showing the creativity. I'm a hard person though, man. I'm from a city, right, where there's so much talent in Flint, Michigan, that it's ridiculous because most of the talent will not release it. We have a problem with holding on to our dopeness, if that's a way to say it. What up, Kiki? Like literally, I know people that are so much doper than me when it comes to production and writing that won't ever allow it to be heard or seen past the borders of Flint. Okay, yeah. I saw the first piece of it, Nuru. But yeah, I think that was enough to convince me that it's time for an adjustment. You know what I mean? And I'm not mad at, I'm cool with making adjustments, especially if I have the information and I'm informed. So TikTok is great. Toledo, Ohio, that's what's up. Yeah. I mean, Toledo is Toledo is the Flint of Ohio. Trust me, I know. So I'm one of those people who decided to step out on faith and say whatever. I came to Atlanta with $40 and a keyboard, and a year later I had over 10 times that much money and opportunity and notoriety. Okay, yeah, definitely, Nuru. You find it, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I the comedy skits thing, I think that's going to happen more from things that I do in person. What I found out, one of the exciting things is, okay, because here's the thing. I was under the impression, what up, Cheryl the Pearl? I was under the impression that my Ray-Ban glasses only videoed for 1 minute. They actually video for 3 minutes. And a lot can happen in 3 minutes. So one of the other things I'm doing is I'm going to be studying old Vine videos, because I think that we missed the point of Vine, right? Vine showed you that you could be entertaining in 6 seconds, that you could be captivating in 6 seconds. So if you can master the art of telling a story or making something interesting in 6 seconds, there's magic in making something happen maybe in 30 seconds, maybe a minute. So I want to just go back and see, how the story got told in 6 seconds. I'm a student, y'all. I'm a student. I promise y'all, I'm a student first. I be studying stuff, maybe to my own detriment sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's part of me, and maybe that's the duality of being part Gemini, right? Maybe it's the duality of saying this. There's a part of me that will jump without looking type of shit. There's a part of me that'll just get to it. Then there's a part of me that wants to be analytical about it and wants to say, let's look this up. Let's examine this. Go get some references. What up, Markia? Different things like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my head is at. I get stuck between that place. I get stuck between the place of studying and applying. And I know I'm not the only one. I know a lot of us get stuck studying and learning and not actually getting the experience. I'm guilty of it. Welcome back, Zayma. I'm guilty of reading too much, of looking at it too much and not just saying, F it, let me give it a shot. Let me just try something. And I got to get back to that. I used to be let me just try it. Le gouverneur, what's happening? Je parle en français. Oui, oui, woo, woo. You know what I mean? Yeah, Vine, Naughty Nat used to be a format that people used to create. You only had 6 seconds to create something captivating, and people were doing it. Like, you would sit there and watch that video, and some of it was going viral and was blowing up. And I just found that as a useful tool to inspire. You know, one thing about being a creative is I gotta be inspired. You all inspire me. I can tell y'all don't even know how many times that, you know, I be like, I'm gonna go do something else, or I want to do this or do that, and then I just think about y'all and I'll be like, nah, let me go do that. Let me go see my people. You know, let me go see my people. Y'all make me smile. Y'all appreciation, you know what I'm saying? Y'all showing up, I smile. You know, I get you guys are fuel. You know, you are the gas in the tank, man. I hope that you guys feel the same way about me, but you guys are the gas in the tank. And people don't understand it. Listen, those people outside of the TikTok community have no idea. They don't even understand. Man, why you be on there, man? I can tell you right now, my folks, they really want me. I should be on Call of Duty right now. You know what I mean? But they don't understand it. I have a relationship with all of y'all, closer to some than others. You know what I mean? Some of y'all are just involved in my life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all speak behind the scenes and in public, but man, y'all make sure I'm good. Y'all be on me. You know what I'm saying? And so with that, I have a commission to excel. I want to be dope so I can be a resource. You know what I'm saying? Like, the doper, bigger that I am on the platform, the more of a resource I am for my folks. And I know who my folks are. I know who my folks are. Right now, I know who my core people are, period. I've known for a year. Maybe a little bit longer than that, but I've known, you know, there are a few that are outside the realm of that, but I know within the last year who my people are. And y'all, none of y'all have failed me at all. Y'all have been there in so many ways. And so that's why I try to excel and push, and, you know what I'm saying, and include y'all as much as possible in everything that I do. When I think a big part of it is, like, when I travel, you guys made me say, take your equipment with you. You know what I mean? Find a way. Man, I be in different areas of hotels broadcasting live, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't be in the rooms being loud and making noise. People be walking by me while I'm doing stuff and singing to y'all, man. It's the craziest shit. Oh, man, y'all have no idea. I should have had a camera filming. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all saw the people, some people wanted to jump on live with me. Some people wanted to stop. And when I was in Puerto Rico and I was doing it every night, they was like, we was waiting for you type shit. It's crazy. I'm going to take my GoPro next time and set it up like across the room so y'all can see. Because I don't know if y'all believe me sometimes. Like, they be on me. Tia T, what's up, baby? Our Jizzle, what's up, fam? I'm on YouTube right now, y'all. The address for YouTube is right there, .com ICGreen1. You know, our Jizzle be joining my live, y'all. Me and our Jizzle go way back. Our Jizzle was in film school, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, I'm rocking with you, bro. And we would try, me and our Jizzle got some funny memories, man. We would try everything. We would build our own equipment. Like, that's the kind of partner and help and support that I need right now. It's like a team of people that are like, yo, let's get it. Let's get it out the mud. That was our Jizzle. I promise you, man. And he had a little road dog with him. I don't know what happened to his homie. It was, I forget his name, him and the girl. I still remember the girl. Yeah, in the studio, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got video of us just in my garage, building stuff, trying it out, testing stuff. Key, and what was old boy's name? He was a Muslim. What's his name? I can't remember old boy's name. Walk with a Limp. Remember the video we did, Rashad? Yeah. So we did a video in my dining room, man, of all three of them. And we was just active. I think if we continued, what we be doing right now will be on another level. So, but it's hard to find that right now. Everybody wants to be the star. Nobody really understands what that entails or has the consistency to do it. And that's the challenge right now, is finding a team. You can't do anything without a team, man. Evident from what we do on live when we go, you know what I'm saying? It's our team, it's our togetherness that do it. I live in the yeah, that's crazy. But our Jizzle, you got to remember that, like, you always had a support base too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was rocking with you, I wasn't rocking with them. You know what I'm saying? I had your back in your endeavors and everything that you was doing. So I still got your back. So for them, it's just different. You know what I mean? I don't think they had that. And it feels good. You know what I'm saying? Every day I try to earn y'all love and respect, and try to keep us at the forefront to where people respect all of us. You know, if there's I don't have a symbol or nothing like that. I know Clarissa the Missile and Stacy the Sarge got the Cloud9 symbols, and I'm a little envious of that. Like, I'll be like, damn, what can I put where my team can have something that's associated with the squad in there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. They got the Cloud and the 9. I get it. That's the click. Ours is the Scrap Stars. I don't know if that we put a star and an S or something. I don't know. Somebody come up with something. But we need something. What up, Tweet? Welcome up. Miss Whipped. I see you, baby. She said Mills Whipped Shay. That's a lot going on. Hey, Soul. I see you. That's how you come in the room. She come in the room. She said, hey, sweetheart. There she go. That's Marisol, y'all. Look at her. That's Nuru. That's Dusty. That's AR. That's Naughty Nat the Navigator. BA, I'm gonna need you to put a picture up, man. Stop playing. You too, Nuru. I can't have all these beautiful women in my live with no pictures. Ain't nobody gonna believe me. Yeah, man. I believe my mother prepared me for that, though, BA. I think that my mother prepared me for that, and I think it happened early when it was known that I was going to have green eyes. Now, y'all know most kids are born with different color eyes. You know what I mean? And as you know, month 2 or 3 or whatever, your eyes start changing color. What's up, Lemire? Your eyes start changing colors to the color that they're going to be, eventually. And I think she prepared me for leadership when, genetically, I'm the only one out of cousins and family that have green eyes. I had an orange complexion, and then my hair was sandy brown / red. You have to be a leader when you look like that. I am responding to you because you just now typed. See, you're not responding to me, so no picture for you. Girl, stop. Charlena fine too, so she tripping. I seen your picture of you on Instagram. Don't play with me. You better fix your face. You better fix your face. But I think that has always been, and I not only in my preparation, I think to lead, I've been an amazing follower. I've been a great support to other people, and I learned a lot from supporting other people on how to and how not to. There you go, our Jizzle. There we go. I've learned how to support people and be able to communicate about what kind of support I'd like and that I need. And then there's that hope that you'll just get people genuinely who just come and do it. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody seen your comments till right now. I'm seeing all your comments now. Whatever you switched, it's working. She said, man, I've been commenting for an hour. Well, now I see your comments. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on my TikTok channel, we are live on Instagram, on YouTube right now as well. If you want to see me live, you go to youtube.com/ICGreen and the numeric 1. You can catch me there. Make sure you hit the heart me on your way in. Our Jizzle, make sure you get your heart me, bro. Look at you. Charlena funny. Thank you for the compliment, Scrap. I'm going to stay a little bit longer now. Y'all funny. I love it. Deontay, what's happening, bro? I'm live on YouTube right now, man. Make sure you follow and turn on notifications to always. The reality is this, though. Now that I think about it, do y'all know? So here's the reason why. So I honestly could go live on TikTok like I am and live on YouTube. The only challenge is I can't play music on. So I could do the apple cider vinegar drink, but I'm not putting that, water and liquid by my electronics. That's not happening. And so I'm just kind of talking out loud as to why certain things are the way they are. You know what I mean? How do you do what, Arjizzle? Which part? Nah, man. I just pay attention to a lot of stuff, Nuru. That's why. Letha, I see you, baby. Letha, are you coming over to YouTube? I see you all over here on TikTok, man. You can't see me. Stop playing. Nah, I just noticed everything, and I think it's a gift and a curse. It's more of a gift, though, to be able to pay attention to everything and to also kind of get into the mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be there. And I know that's why y'all crack up too, because some stuff people supposed to, some stuff people supposed to let slide are supposed to get by with. But I see so much, it'd be funny. I'm paying attention even when people don't think I'm paying attention. Big Legs Phillip. I helped my cousin. She was constipated, but finally went after she used the. See what I'm talking about? Nuru, listen. That's a story for the ages. That hopefully she's adjusted her program after managing that. Listen, y'all, I know I don't really like talking apple cider vinegar at night, but this is one for the books. I helped my cousin today. She was constipated, but finally went after she used the ACV. I'm trying to tell y'all something. It's a real thing what we talk about in the morning. And that's why my schedule is the way it is, right? I'm shutting down shortly so that I can be up in the morning and be on this apple cider vinegar conversation, because it's changing lives. It is absolutely. It's funny, if y'all type my name in Google, Dwight Scrap Reynolds, what is he known for? Something like that. It says health and wellness now. It talks about me being an author. It says health and wellness. It's crazy. I just saw it the other day. Sometimes I have to search. I have to, check out where I'm at online and what things are being said about me or what I'm involved in. There used to be a time where I would log in and Google myself, and I realized I've got songs on people I forgot I ever did. And some of them I have to go back and correct the credits and do all that and be like, yo, what did y'all doing? Y'all put this shit out and didn't say nothing. But I have to check it every so often just to realize, what's being put out there. It's important. It's important so when people look for it. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, man. I'm proud of you, Nuru. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? So listen, when we have these conversations and I give out information and do stuff like the apple cider vinegar drink or relationship advice, I don't know how far it goes. I don't know how much you retain or how much you can regurgitate to your friends and family. I don't know how far it goes. What up, Chi-Chi? So when I hear something like that, Nuru, man, that's so awesome. That is my hope. My hope is first and foremost is that when we talk about things that can change your life, like the health and wellness stuff and maybe relationship information or whatever we talk about that can be impactful for you, I hope that you're the first contact of consuming it, but I'm praying that it doesn't stop with you. Does that make sense? I'm praying and hoping that it extends past you. Now I'm gonna tell you where I learned this at. I learned it at church. I learned it as a kid. They used to have this program called Awanas, and you learned scripture and you learned, all these ideas about faith and about your life with God and your, you learned all these things. But the main thing they told me is that it can't live only with you. So they used to call me Reverend Reynolds when I was a kid, because I would communicate about the scripture, even when it wasn't popular, when it wasn't cool, in spaces where people were like, man, what are you talking about? I held true to that. What up, Soledad? I held true to being separate, or the word is sanctified. I held true to that. I knew I was different. So I couldn't sit in the same spaces with other people and act like I'm the same. I ain't never been that cool. Human Jukebox, what up? I'm okay with not being considered cool the way that the world and other people think I should be. I'm my own kind of cool, always have been. I've been content with that. My cool has sometimes been called corny until the people who are supposed to be cool see that my the coolness is really legit. Give me 1 second on YouTube, y'all. The camera battery, we have exhausted the battery on the camera. 1 second. I'm still here. I just got to replace the camera battery so we can get back into it. Y'all can still hear me, but give me 1 second. That's good stuff, though. While that loads up, I'm gonna put these batteries on the charger. Now I actually have a yeah, that's it, Letha. It's but you gotta put youtube.com in front of it. I actually have yeah. I've always noticed this. This is what I've noticed, right? In my being different, when you celebrate your uniqueness, at first people gonna clown you and not understand. But when you stand on it, when you stand on your uniqueness and it becomes your new normal, which is just you being yourself, people, yeah, man, listen, this comment right here, we should all want to stand out and be different. Listen, I would remove the word want. We should all stand out. I'll take want to out of there. We should all stand out and be different. Absolutely. And you are. Here's the thing. We are all different, not by any other reasoning than just we are. What you do with your difference is another thing. A lot of people hide their differences. They hide it behind makeups, wigs, extensions, all these different things. They hide it behind clothes. They hide it behind their job positions. They hide who they truly are behind so many other things than just allowing themselves to live in a space no one can occupy but them. A lot of people put themselves in the box with the other people. I had no choice. So in it, I had to learn to celebrate it. Am I self-conscious about some stuff? Every now and again I do. You know, like I told y'all, the reason why I used to wear sunglasses all the time, and the reason why if I have sunglasses, they dope. Like my Balenciagas, my Chloe's. Like if I'm gonna wear sunglasses, they gotta be bar none, top shelf, you know what I'm saying? Louis V's or something like that. Because I'm covering my eyes. And I used to cover my eyes because people used to clown me about my eyes, saying that they were the reason why I had the opportunities and things that I got. And I used to be self-conscious about it. And I used to feel like I had to prove to people that no, I can cover my eyes up and still cover the same ground. I'm gonna still attract the same chicks. I'm gonna still get the opportunities that I get. And that's what held true. And then at one point it made me just say, you know what? Screw what everybody think. Man, my eyes are my eyes. Y'all got me, you got me telling myself that I can't be myself. And there's nothing more uncomfortable than trying to be someone that you aren't. There's nothing more uncomfortable than standing in a space that wasn't made for you. And a lot of people are doing that. Man, we talked about that in conjunction with relationships. Most of y'all meet men who are fragile as fuck, and are afraid to live in the space that they've designed. In fact, they're so much afraid of it that they put up a front. They let their money lead the way or their accolades lead the way. And it is not a true representation of who you're going to get when you're with them. So when that wears off, you get a stranger. Now, I'm not saying men are the only ones who do this. I'm just saying I can only speak for, I know that's a characteristic of men who, use their position. Sounds weird, but I'm known for how I wear high-waisted skinny jeans with a cute top and heels, especially red heels. I stand out. Well, go ahead, girl. Now I'm just gonna tell you this, Charlena. Either on your Instagram, I know you got it on your Instagram, but on your TikTok, you got to put a picture up. Ain't nobody playing with you. Justin, what's up, family? I think that people try to be who they are not. Yeah, I don't want to roll like that. Standing on who you are will attract the right persons and peoples to be around you because they will respect who you are and enjoy and celebrate who you truly are. not who you think you are. It's so much comfortable being this way. I promise y'all. If y'all aren't living that life, you know what I mean? If you're not living a life where you get to just be you in all things, in all places, at all times, you're living a hard life. Be yourself and go where you're celebrated. You know you can pick and choose who you hang out with and where you hang out and all that kind of stuff, right? Like, you do have some control. Let's not act like we don't have control. That's my suggestion. Remember, you have control, and you have to answer to the situations you get yourself into by trying to, especially you get in more trouble trying to be somebody else, I promise you. But if you truly do see yourself as somebody else, then do the work and become who you want to be. That's all I can tell you. Do the work. The funny part about that, what up, Tosh? The funny part about wanting to be something that you're not is you don't know what the climate is like in this new space. It's all a learning experience that could be really daunting at times. And this goes back to what we started with in the initially conversation was you got to know when you're winning. I opened this conversation up tonight with you got to know when you're winning. Some of you are at your best when you're yourself and don't even know it. You're willing to venture out and put on this facade for people who don't really care about you, who, you know what I mean? That's a compliment, Shatovia. This is a compliment. My homies never understood it. They'd be like, man, what are you saying to these girls? What's your superpower type shit? I'd be like, man, I'm just myself, and I don't care if what I say or do comes off corny. What I do know it comes off as is original. I'm original. I'm an original, and I'm an innovator. I know people have copied what I've done and are copying what I do. I don't have a problem with that. I don't need credit for it. I think people can see it. I know y'all know that we inspired so much change in the last few years. One of the greatest changes that we did, and those of you who were with me many, many years ago, you understand when I started doing the apple cider vinegar drink, Bragg's, the company, did not have the measuring cup on the back telling you 8 ounces of water and to dilute it. It didn't have none of that on it. And I went 6 months straight being online on TikTok talking about apple cider vinegar using Bragg's, and next thing you know, the label changed. I didn't get no credit from them or nothing like that, but I know, and everybody who was with me at the time knows, that we influenced that change. You know? And originality and being true to yourself is the ultimate magnet. You know what I mean? It's the ultimate magnet for attraction on every level. You know? And you attract who you're supposed to attract. That's the bigger and better part. The people who supposed to get it, get it. And the people who don't, they get it later on, and it's obvious because they tell on themselves. They'll be like, man, when I first saw you. Spring, Texas, and Kanisha, we're live on YouTube right now. YouTube.com/ICGreen1. Yeah, man. I think it's the coolest thing when people are confident enough to be themselves no matter what other people think about them. You know? Indeed, Nuru. So that's why, I know I got the right folks. And in conversation, we understand each other better and see all and hear all the things that we have in common. I know we are such a relatable group of people. That's why it'd be funny when other people come in and be talking crazy and stuff. And I'd be like, in my mind, they'd be like, man, don't play around now. They don't play about me. They're like, we are all in this. Don't worry, you know what I'm saying? You don't play. Yeah. Yeah, man. Confidence is attractive. Confidence is dependable. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much about confidence. When I think about confidence, I always think about the story and I've talked to you guys about it when I was trying out for that play. And it required me to sing solo. And I was in a group at the time that didn't appreciate, not my group members, but I wasn't considered, remember I told you I'm the fourth best singer in a 4-man group. So I didn't have the confidence. And somebody took a chance on me and was like, listen, man, you can't mess it up. Just keep, we're going to sing, and you're going to sing in front of people and singing in front of people is what gave me the confidence, because I was afraid of embarrassing myself. So I tried harder. Sometimes stepping out in front of other people will help you get out of your own way, because a lot of times we rest in the privacy of ourselves. There's such a huge deal about being outside and in front of others and accountable for your actions and for the way that you want to feel. Like, I can honestly tell you that helped me overcome my singing in front of other people in such a ginormous way that once the faucet was turned on, it was hard to turn it off. I was singing everywhere. I still do it. I'll be walking through the mall and I don't know what you're going. I will sing in front of anybody at this point, confidently. And of course, I've gotten better. I've gotten really, really good. You know what I mean? Like I've gotten, and it's in singing and just like anything else in life, your performance is predicated on your confidence. Your confidence is secured by your practice. How you practice builds or steals your confidence. So I practice all the time. So the statement that people make is, if you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. So I'm always trying to stay ready. That's where it's at for me. I'm always trying to stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready. It's all confidence, Nuru. And being strong in your convictions, being a well-learned person is part of your confidence. Listen, I got more confident talking about apple cider vinegar the more I went live and the more we communicated about it. I understood the assignment and the conversations. It ain't changed yet. Yeah, it ain't changed yet. It's got to switch over. It hasn't changed yet. Yeah. Yeah, we're not going live over here, man. They own us heavy over here, man, trying to get us to battle. We done battling until tomorrow night. Till later on tonight to move up. We'll be B3. We did so much work today. We'll be B3 tomorrow. That's crazy. I am not. Y'all gotta stop trying to invite me, man. Who's this? Miss Big, Bold, and Beautiful? We're not going live. It's a couple of them invite me that are friends. I just had to turn it off. Yeah. Yep. Sure enough. She's got a competition this weekend, so she's gearing up to perform down in the city. So she's excited about that, But there's no way I would let her not be. You know what I'm saying? And plus, she's done the work. When I tell you, one of the things that we wanted to get right was whatever it is that you're excited about, we're going to give you the training that you need to get it. You know what I mean? And to get involved in it. Priscilla the Killer, we live right now on youtube.com/ICGreen1. Come join us. Margot, YouTube, come on. Make sure you say hello and hit the like me button when you come in. But that's it. Practice makes you confident. You know what I mean? And that confidence is what steals the show every time. Cheryl the Pearl. And so with this journey of learning about, apple cider vinegar and being as versed as I am in it now, it came from my engagement with you all, putting it out there, and then hearing and listening to your concerns and your questions, and your engagement made me dig deeper. You know what I mean? They made me look into, I was like, what is it? What'd you ask me? Oh, let me see. Oh, okay, yeah. So did you know this? Could you know that? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Absolutely, Natural. Natural said, confidence is your key to happiness. That's it. You didn't even need to put the also. Just, I know you was responding to me, but confidence is your key to happiness. That you should tweet that somewhere. You should share that on Instagram. I'm not gonna steal that moment from you, but that is absolutely right. Confidence is your key to happiness. It's a difference in your swagger when you're confident. It's a difference in the way you move around. It's a difference in the way you interact with people. And I can tell you that because people, when I walk into a room with people who don't quite know what I've done or what I do, but I'm so confident about it, they gravitate me like, "What are you, man? Who are you, man? I can tell you're." The most frequent comment I get is, "Man, I can tell you do something." I'd be like, "Yeah," and I'm coy. I'm coy out in public. I am not. Y'all know me, man. I don't put my accolades out in front of me. You take me what you see in front of me, and if you dig deep, yeah, maybe I might communicate. But I'm like, they'd be like, "What do you do for work?" I mean, I'd be like, "I didn't come to an event." Like usually it'd be events and stuff, and I'd be like, "I didn't come to an event to talk about work." You know what I mean? What up, Caribbean Sky? If I'm out at a club and somebody tries to talk about work, I'd be like, "I didn't come out to a club to talk about work. Come on, man." You know what I mean? Like, I will absolutely compartmentalize my life in a way that doesn't make it conflict with me stepping away from, the accolades and all that kind of stuff. I don't mind moving around in the room unnoticed or you know what I'm saying, because of what I've done and who I am and what I've actually accomplished. I'm cool with being being in the background on the wall. But then if I'm at certain events, it's hard to do that because people who know you, people of high prestige, will come up and dap you up, and you hold a conversation and be like, "Why they talk?" It's funny, man. So side note before we close this, I'll close out this conversation. I am addicted to the Chinese movies that are on YouTube. I am. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. It helps me sleep. I have to watch one of these movies. They're all the same. They're all the same. And if y'all watch them, man, it says a lot about the Chinese culture, yo. I don't know if it's Chinese or Japanese. Don't sue me for that. Don't be mad at me for that. I don't know which one it is. I just know these videos are not a good look on their community. I don't know if they know it or not, but every one of them involves this, or a majority that I watch. It involves planned marriages where the woman divorces the man or wants to get rid of the man because he's not making enough money, yet the man is a genius or somebody, or he has a skill, or he unlocks a hidden skill that will allow him to make more money. But it only unlocks after he's been dumped or after he's been betrayed or something like that. Now, there's not a movie of theirs that I've watched where they haven't slapped the shit out of the out of the women. So the women get slapped out of all of them, and they all get to attempted rape. Every last one of them. Every last one that I've seen of these movies, they are always trying to steal the punani from the girl. Somebody is. Then and the reason what made me think of this was the part where I was talking about people recognizing that you have relationships that they don't think you're supposed to have, or they recognize like somebody else of importance thinks you're important. That happens in the movies. Once the guy who is down and out starts making money, he makes relationships with people of high stature. So in Asia, your stature is predicated on your family name and how much money you have. Apparently, I'm going off these movies, and the guy who would be the guy who is going through it, he's either a hidden billionaire or an heir to a family fortune, or he's a real peasant or somebody like that who gains they call it a system. He gains a system from an accident or getting kicked out, or some unfortunate incident triggers this thing that says you now are qualified for every dollar you spend, it equals $100,000. So he spends $10, he has $1 million. He spends $1 million, he has $100 million, like that. And it's cool to watch for me. I know they all pretty much end up the same. It's just a storyline, and they're all shot in horizontal view. Now that, to me, is the part that I'm studying. Why? Because that's the future of handheld video, is being able to watch something that's been shot in vertical. So I've been studying it, and I'm trying to think of ways to participate. You know what I mean? Again, I think I'm in the wrong place. If I was in a smaller city, I could find people who would be open and willing and excited about participating and just trying some shit. But because I live in a big metropolitan, people care too much about what other people think. So it makes it a challenge to get involved, for them to get involved. If you're not paying some ridiculous amount of money, they don't think it's legitimate. And all I can think about is like, yo, y'all, this ain't how it was. It used to be, like I said, with our jizzle, we just was trying shit. We was like, we gonna try whatever and see what happens. And that's how I was with music. I'm like, I'm just do this thing and whatever happens, happens. And then, it happened. It popped off. Anyway, yo, I appreciate you and your time tonight. I think this is a great kickoff to our TikTok. We'll call this the after show, after TikTok or something like that. I don't know. Y'all know I'm big on names and giving things titles, so we'll see. It is effectively a 2-hour long show that we've done. It is 2:08 a.m. I hope you guys have enjoyed me as much as I enjoy you guys. Thank you for listening. This is not goodbye. This is to be continued.